Brother Bo's gonna say the prayer after the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord Jesus, we thank you for the blessings you put in our life, Lord. We thank you for our city, our community, Lord. We ask you to keep your hand on everybody here, Lord. Help keep us safe. Lord, we ask you to help this council make good, sound decisions for the city. Help us do the right thing for the community and help us to prosper according to your will. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Y'all have y'all seat. Doesn't look like it's gonna be too bad tonight. First thing on the agenda we got is to approve the minutes from the May 22nd, 2023 meeting.
To approve the minutes.
I got a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Right, next, our bills paid in May of 23. Anybody got any questions on the bills paid last month? If not, I'm looking for a motion to approve last month's bills.
I make a motion that we pay last month's bills.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Next, we got Chief Markham with a fire report.
I'm finally back.
Welcome back.
We've had 8 calls last month. 5 of them was in the county, 3 was in the city. Nothing major. Had a disturbance out at the dollar store. They was having trouble with their computer system. Made 2 trips out there at 2 o'clock in the morning. Other than that, we've been good. We got a pump test coming up Wednesday. So the trucks will be out of service one at a time pretty much all day. I got a guy supposed to be giving me an estimate on getting all of them serviced. They're all due a service. And it'll be this man out here at the crossroads that's got all the ambulances. And I'll see if I can find somebody else that's willing to come do it. But
Yeah.
it's hard to get anybody to do anything anymore. My question for y'all is where do we stand on our landing area?
Well, we really hadn't thought a whole lot about it, really, because main thing is, once we start construction on the park, it'll kind of be congested, and that way we'll need somewhere else, but we hadn't really pursued it a whole lot. But yeah, did we finally decide they really wanted it to be concrete?
Mm-hmm. Well, he didn't say one way or the other.
Okay.
He suggested the concrete,
Yeah,
but asphalt would work.
Yeah.
And asphalt's gonna be half the price of concrete.
yeah,
And I personally like concrete, but,
yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
We're talking about putting it in that field in there, over, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Then that's where they want to build your soccer fields, right?
Yes.
But it's big enough to take care of both.
Right,
I
yeah,
learned that last time.
I remember that, yeah, that's what we was talking about, it's big enough to accommodate everything.
Now, if you wanna go up there and go down the drive, like you're going back to FL Crane,
Yeah.
about halfway down that drive on the left, there's flags already in the field, so you'll know where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay. That's as long as y'all know where you want it to talk here about.
Yeah. And they come out and looked at the site and said it would work. We just had to get the lights, the windsock, and then of course the pad of
Yeah.
of
Gotta
something.
get the
And
ball
we ain't
put
got
on
no
fire
estimates on
lines.
that, nothing happened.
Yeah, we got it.
We did get an
on
estimate.
concrete. It was high. I mean,
Yeah.
didn't you have some ballpark estimates on the concrete or about how much? it was
I had a
gonna
little over $10,000 just for the concrete.
Yeah.
And that was just
take? That wasn't a
buying
base, and
concrete, that wasn't no dirt,
forming,
nothing.
finishing,
Yeah.
none of that. All right, anything else? Everything working? Other than
Everything, so far,
pump test?
everything's good.
All right. Anybody got any questions for Chief Marshall? If not, we got Chief Arnett. Next up to bat.
Good evening, everyone. I'm gonna cover the police report for 5123, 53123. And complaints and activities 227, adult arrest 5, juvenile arrest 0, drug arrest 1, traffic citations issued 15, traffic warnings 17, motorist assist 3, vehicle lockouts 5, other public assist 19, crash reports, accident report 4, alarm calls 3, city assist, county assist 28. All vehicles are up and running and serviced. And year-to-date city revenue is $9,025. Year-to-date drug fund, $1,187.50. And year-to-date county fines, $159.60. And we did our normal, food distribution in May, and I think we got one coming up in
July
July
6th.
6th. July 6th. Any questions?
Where are we at on the lease equipment about getting it back around? I know the small dozer they had operating, but I think that was, the last I heard was all we.
Yeah, I got Dave here that's been working on them, and he's, coming along. He drained the tanks out of the tow truck. He said they were full of water, so he drained those last week. And he's gonna try to get it spun it over,
Yeah.
and he's gonna fill it so that we can get it up and going. But looks like everything's gonna be, repairable.
Yeah.
So he's gotta put the belly pad back under the big dozer. But he's working on it, and, I'm not sure what we spent so far out of the LESO fund, but he's keeping track and turning in the receipts and everything, so.
We'll recoup that when we sell them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will.
All right, anybody got any questions? Thank you, Chief. Next we got the utility report. Looks like 4 meters installed, 3 residential and 1 high school meter head. 2 water line repairs, Rose Lane and Tiger Mark. 1 forced main leak on Powell Chapel. Jet and camera, M. Reeves and M. Graves. Flushing hydrants, Pulse and Simmons Bank. It's like 1 bio done on 5-3. A fire hydrant installed on, in the south, or the north industrial park, I'm sorry. And a blow off replaced in front of Randy Bishop's. Other than that, looks like our water loss was 8%, a little over 8%, which is still not bad at all. Anybody got any questions or concerns?
Figure out the problem with the gas and the sewer.
Oh, yeah, they still haven't. The state's been involved. I mean, they stepped in and took over, and we haven't had any kind of.
Will we ever hear anything from that for real?
I feel like we will,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it's not us, and
That's just down here, it's not our control
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just wondering if we'd heard anything, 'cause I know, Bullmark still ain't selling no gas.
no, they were, when they, this here it says the Tiger Mark water leak. That was, they were doing samples of the ground around the tanks and hit one of our water lines.
That was okay, that was at the bank, okay.
On Tiger Mark, yeah, so
Yeah.
it killed all the water to,
Is that why they were going out and drilling all the holes?
yes, they're pulling core samples out of the ground from around the pump to see how contaminated the ground is, as far as I know. But I don't have any information on what they found or anything like that.
I just wondered.
But I know it was a pain. We had to cut through 8 or 9 inches of concrete and wire to get down, to dig down to the water line to be able to fix it, and it was a job.
Well, because we were out there when we saw the water coming out, it was like, damn. I figured they just emptying the
Yeah, you
fire,
saw it,
the
yeah.
fire hydrant.
Yeah, but it was. So we had to call another locate in because you can't work off somebody else's. But everything was marked, but water lines. I mean, nobody knew it was there. It was probably 2 foot off the gas pump. I mean, that's how close it was.
Do we still know if it's getting into the sewer line still?
No, we've not seen any. We've not noticed any strong smell of gas out of the lift station.
Okay, cause I noticed the other day when I was out there mowing next to it.
It's still taped off.
It's still taped
Yeah.
off, and do we still have a pump on it, or is that?
No.
Are they, okay.
I guess the limits, the lower explosive limits were within tolerance. It didn't have to be the fans pumping the fumes and stuff off of it all the time like it was.
I just kinda concerned about that, we ain't heard nothing, so I just wondered.
All right, well, next we got a few yearly renewals up for the attorney, judge, our auditor, banks, and newspaper. We'll have to do them individually. So, I guess I would look for a motion to keep Tom Minor as our city attorney.
I move we keep Tom Minor as city attorney for the 2024 fiscal year.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Tom Minor will be continue being our attorney. Next is for our city judge. Currently we have Harriet Thompson. Do I hear a motion to keep Harriet Thompson as our city judge for the 24 fiscal year?
I move we keep Harriet Thompson as our city judge for fiscal year 2024.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, currently our auditor is Jones and Jones. Do I have a motion to keep Jones and Jones for the 24 fiscal year?
I'll make a motion, we keep Jones and Jones as our auditor for the 2024 fiscal year.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Currently, the two banks we're using is Simmons and Centennial. Do I hear a motion to keep Simmons and Centennial as our banks for the 24 fiscal year?
I'll make a motion to keep those banks for the next year.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Next, the newspaper for the 24 fiscal year, currently it's the Bolivar Bulletin Times. I guess which is the only newspaper in the county. Do I have a motion to keep the Bolivar Bulletin Times for 24?
I move we keep the Bulletin Times for 2024 fiscal year.
Motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. All right, next, we sent out requested bids for asphalt for the fiscal year of 2024. Looks like we've got two here. We've got Redmond and we have Jones Brothers. Looks like,
Out of Mountain Juliet.
Oh.
Out of Mountain Juliet.
Yeah.
this looks like substantially higher. So,
Looking for a motion?
look for a motion to choose one of the asphalt bids here.
I move we accept Redmond Asphalt Incorporated bid for the fiscal year 2024.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. And then, just so y'all know, that is $10 a ton cheaper than last year's rate.
Cause I was gonna say, don't we usually go Redmond anyway?
Yeah, well, the Redmond has been the cheapest bid.
Yeah, I went, and so 135 is $10 cheaper than last year.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah.
Wow, that is nice, yeah.
Finally, something going down.
I know, yeah, asphalt.
All right, so, I had motion, do we vote on that?
Yeah,
Okay,
we
just making sure, I got confused there for a
Yeah, we
minute.
voted on it.
Last month, the board approved a preliminary certified tax rate of .7154 per $100 assessed value. The city just received the certified tax rate of .6803. Due to changes to the assessment totals, the property tax revenue is basically unchanged. So I'm looking for a motion to approve the tax rate of .6803 per $100 assessed value for the 2023 tax year. And that this figure supersedes last month's vote. Because it's dropped, yeah, the certified tax rate actually was lower than the predicted tax rate, yes.
Okay,
So I got a motion.
I move to accept .6803 per 100.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. All right, next here we have a few old computers that need to be surplused. so we can dispose of those. We did have our IT tech that comes out and does all the work for the city, go through and wipe anything pertinent off of them. So, you know, no matter whose hands they got into, they couldn't use any of the information off of them against the city or, you know, otherwise. So, I need a motion to surplus and declare the worthless computers.
Worthless.
That's what it says.
That's what it says.
Worthless, yeah. I mean, are they that worthless?
Well, I mean, they're
worthless.
it's what, Windows 95, Windows
Oh, my
97.
That way we can just throw them away.
Okay. Well, they're Windows 7, I mean, we're working on Windows 11 right now.
Move we surplus those.
Worthless computers.
I've got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed?
We're gonna hurt their feelings.
Ayes have it. All right, next is resolution 2023-05. So, this is to do with, of course, the local Parks and Recreation Funds program. Some of the requirements that they had us go through. So basically, I can read it if I need to. It says that the City Council of the City of Middleton finds it in the city's best interest to secure the assistance of an experienced and qualified engineering firm to assist in the preparation and implementation of the city's 2020 local Parks and Recreation Funds program. So in compliance with the pertinent state regulations, the city has solicited and evaluated statements of qualifications of interested professional engineering firms and has determined that Carlson Consulting Engineers has the most appropriate experience, background, and qualifications to provide said services. Whereas Carlson Construction Engineers will conduct the work necessary to complete the LPRF application on a no-cost basis, and in the event the project is successfully funded, Carlson Consulting Engineers will assist in the engineering design and implementation of the project. So the City Council hereby selects Carlson Consulting Engineers to provide assistance in the preparation and implementation of the city's 2020 LPRF grant project. So do I have a motion to adopt resolution 2023-05?
We already have the grant, just using
Yeah.
them to draw it up.
Exactly.
So this is to help finish the park, right?
Yes.
So I got it straight.
We had a couple, we've only, based on the scorecards, it goes through of, you know, are they qualified? And they sent me a list of their qualifications and I went through each one. The only one that the other consulting firm or the engineering consulting firm, it was previous experience or previous work. You know, like we had nothing to grade their previous work on because they've never done anything for us. They had done some stuff close, but we don't know, you know, other than them telling us they completed it in budget and on time as far as the quality of the work, because we've never seen it. So that was the only thing that kept, you know, that kept it from being a tie, basically, of the consulting firms.
Okay.
I'll move to approve resolution 2023-05.
We got a motion? Do I have a second?
I'll second
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Go ahead and sign the resolution.
Yeah. We sign everything tonight.
Yeah. All right, next is the second reading of budget amending ordinance 2023-07. And y'all can read over it if you want to, but I just don't know if I'm gonna read all, you know, 4 pages of it. But it's basically making everything
This
balanced.
was last month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah, I thought we were
we've
last
already had the first reading, this is the second and final reading of the
Yeah.
ordinance. So, I mean, nothing has changed from this.
2 small changes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well,
I was
jump
wrong.
right in there then.
Yeah, what were they, Jimmy?
Just to make y'all aware, okay, on the library end, under casual labor, it was increased to 5,200 instead of 4,000 last month. And then also, under the library, the data processing service, instead of increased to 5,200, it's increased to 6,300. That's only 2 changes.
So other than those two. So,
Move to adopt ordinance number 2023-07.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I say.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Next, the second reading of ordinance 2024-01, adopting the annual physical budget. See if they change on this one?
Got 6 changes here.
All right.
Are you kidding or you being serious?
Serious.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, the first one, okay, has to do with property tax. And this comes from the
New rate.
when they sent us the new rates and all 2 days ago. So anyway, the property tax has changed and the personal property tax has changed. It's all within like $500 of the grand total. And then under the local option sales tax, last month it was $340,000. That's been increased to $408,000. And that was due to the comptroller put out a new tool for the cities to use. And then using our past audits, came up with the figure of the $408,000 there. And then the rest are over into water and sewer. Let's see. Okay, the main one had to do with supplies in sewer. There was a mishap on an order for chemicals, and they sent us about $14,000 worth of chemicals. And then due to their mistake, instead of shipping it back, they allowing us to have it at half price. So it is chemicals that we will be needing later on, so. Anyway, gonna wait till next month on pay that, so the supplies there, that was increased from 2,500 to 7,000, we have to cover that. And then in doing that, that changed the capital outlay on the water and the sewer respectively, so. Anyway, that's the changes to that.
Right. I'm looking for a motion to approve ordinance 2024-01 of the annual physical budget.
I make a motion that we approve ordinance 2024-01 on the annual fiscal budget.
Motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. All right, next we have the second reading of ordinance 2024-02, the annual capital expenditures. Everybody, was there any changes to these, Jimmy?
Well, on the back side, the only two that changed on the water and the sewer, the capital outlay, the same two that were mentioned earlier.
Okay. All right, so I'm looking for a motion to approve the ordinance 2024-02, the annual capital expenditures.
I'll make a motion. I'm sorry.
And you got it.
Yep. I got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. All right, next we have ordinance 2024-03, which is our annual utility rates. Do I have a motion to approve ordinance 2024-03?
I'll move to approve 2024-03 annual utility rates.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? Ayes have it.
We're supposed to ask if there were any changes to that.
Well, I was gonna ask, but nobody said
I didn't
anything, so
know.
well, I guess
There was not.
there must not
We
be.
couldn't have got that far without.
You know, I didn't think we could have, but.
All right, next, I have a few Tiffany Gray, account number 4-1025-03, filled their swimming pool and is asking for a sewer adjustment of $76.94.
I make a motion that we, make the adjustments to the sewer.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. I didn't hear Ann say aye.
Oh, it was in my head, I guess.
You said aye in your head?
I thought I figured that.
Well, she made the motion, so she.
Alright, so, bad debt, Karen Martin, account number 2-2482. We have used the $175 deposit towards her balance, leaving a $60.62 of bad debt to charge to bad debt. Do I have a motion to declare $60.62 as bad debt on account 2-2482?
I make a motion that we declare bad debt.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it. Next, everybody has their revenue and expense report. And if nobody's got anything else, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
And that's Randy's job.
I
I'll move with you.
I'll second.
We got a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. All right, thank y'all. Have a good night.